This episode on Common Creatures Season of Ghosts.
We may introduce the abductees. Gentlemen, I think our luck has just turned around.
What do you have in mind?
How about a full-out assault to take back downtown Willow Shore?
I would like to point out, I hated every second of that.
Tominari?
Father.
Welcome home.
I hate you, Robert.
Welcome back to Common Creatures Tabletop RPG Podcast. I am your GM, Rob, and I am here today with the usual suspects. We got Joe.
Hi, y'all.
We got Ethan. Ayo. Hey, we got Alex.
Hi.
We got
Hey, guys.
Why does he get a cool intro?
Because I love him. And producer Maddie.
Hi, besties.
That's my
I
wife,
also
I just-
didn't get like that cool of an intro. Do you just hate women?
I was gonna say, you don't get a cool intro, but you like have a catchphrase. Yours is always, "Hey, besties."
Oh my god,
true.
you caught that?
Yeah. You also get like a title. You get like producer Maddie. Everyone else is just like, oh,
Yeah, you get acknowledged.
You get acknowledged. Yeah.
Listen, Rob, I was
I'm
trying
just
to help
shit
Joe
city
out.
on.
Hey guys, we're back again for yet another episode, another wacky episode of Season of Ghosts. It's we just filmed another episode before this.
No, we didn't. We do this every week to be topical.
To be topical. Yeah. We don't even play.
Did
the
anyone
games
see
about it.
Thunderbolts? No.
I was editing.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
I was editing the last one, and Ethan was the one. I mean, if you listen to this, it's coming out probably beginning of July. Oh my god! And Ethan was like, "Oh hey, I'm gonna talk in what's it called, Stitch voice, and that'll be topical." And I'm like, "Bro, this isn't coming out until like middle of June." But I'm glad that we're staying topical with the Thunderbolts reference.
Yeah, guys, remember when those protests happened?
Sorry.
Crazy world.
Let me think ahead. Superman was so fun.
Oh, yeah,
When we saw
exactly.
it at the theater.
Absolutely nothing
So
wrong
fun.
would happen with Superman. I'm sure.
Here in
Super excited.
July.
Four, amazing.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Amazing. I
Four.
didn't cry at all for either of those movies, I'm sure.
We're not doing it. We're not talking about Marvel. We do it a lot.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Geek Day. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
you look at the Geek Day podcast, season 3.
Where's Sonic's feet?
Oh my god. You know what? Actually, I'm going to talk about it. You brought it up. Sonic the Hedgehog is an underrated movie.
Oh, great movie.
Great. I mean, all of them
Or the first one in particular?
actually 2 and 3 are really good. One is decent.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed one.
I was crying, laughing on episode movie 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and 3 was good. I thought 3 was good, but I think 2 is still the best.
2 is really top notch. 3 gets a lot of like love because of Shadow, but like 2 is just so good with the amount of like love they show to the old Sonic stuff while still making it like cool and like fun. So,
Oh yeah, Idris Elba, like he was great as Knuckles, and then you got Colleen back as Tails. We're doing nerd stuff, but you know what? You go ahead.
Who is your favorite Sonic character? Like, do you have a deep cut Sonic character that you're a fan of?
Omega, the robot.
Oh,
Which
okay.
one?
Yeah.
The one that's like best friends with Shadow
No,
and Rouge.
isn't there 2 Omegas, or is the other one a different robot?
No, I'm gonna look it up, and you know what? We're gonna figure it out. But while I do that, does anyone else have a favorite?
You're thinking of Sonic Adventure?
I don't
Yeah,
know a
so it's
lot
like
of
Omega
characters
and
like
then-
the other nerds here at this table. But I always loved, I don't know if y'all remember that Sonic game that was like on the Wii.
Which one?
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic
Olympics.
Games.
Sonic Riders?
Yeah, sorry. Y'all knew immediately. Yeah, that's the one I
Mario and
would
Sonic
play.
at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
I think that was more of a Mario game, but
Okay, well, you can
Okay, let's calm
actually
down.
back off and leave me alone.
She's trying to relate here, brother.
sorry, guys.
This is why I don't talk to him.
Oh, her.
Anyway,
We have to go
because I
together.
got to grow up with that game, Ethan, I always loved Tails.
Yeah, Tails pretty dope.
Tails
Tails is
is
a classic.
adorable.
E123 Omega.
Okay. Are there different Omegas?
There are different
Okay,
Omegas.
thank you.
Yes,
I
yes.
couldn't remember if
You're right.
they
There's
went by a
different
different. Okay, cool.
One of the first ones is Omega a good guy in Sonic? Yes. E123 Omega can be considered a good guy in the Sonic the
123?
E23.
He turned against Eggman.
E123.
123.
Yes.
So there's 123 Omegas.
Yes, at least. Possibly more. I mean, that's just a number. But, Zach, what's your favorite Sonic character? He's kind of just disassociating in the corner over there.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't.
Name
I haven't
one
known-
Sonic the Hedgehog character that's not one we've said so far.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dude, nailed it. Oh, my God.
There's him,
Uh-huh.
Knuckles.
Okay.
There's an orange. Yeah, is that Tails?
Tails is orange one, yeah.
Like
He's
yellow.
like yellow.
He's yellow.
Yeah.
He's yellow.
Yeah.
Shadow,
There's a
because they just
couple
said it.
woman characters.
there are women
There
in the
are
world.
women, yeah.
I
You're
don't
right.
remember their names quite well.
I'll give you $5. Oh, God, yeah. I'll give you $5 if you can name the bat.
Ooh,
bat?
that's
There's
a
a
There's
bad
a
one.
bat?
There's a
That's
bat
what I was-
character.
She's very voluptuous bad.
Sexy bat, yeah.
Sexy bat.
I think
That's
the
crazy of you all
last
to say.
Sonic game I played was like Sonic the Hedgehog on like GameCube.
Oh, okay. So bangers.
She was
Like
in
15
like 3 of those.
Sonic Unleashed. That was the game from the GameCube. Sonic Unleashed.
Her
Or
name
Sonic
is
and the
Rouge
Black Knight.
Bat.
Rouge the Bat. Yep.
Rouge the Bat.
Is that not a sexy ass
Would not
bat?
have ever got that.
Yeah, I wish you could
Maddie's
see
seeing
Maddie's
the
face
bat,
right
yeah.
now. She's
the
like, new attraction unlocked.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all,
Yes or no? Is
Too
that
far.
not a physically appealing bat? Yes or
No.
no? Wow.
I'm
Wow.
so I
That's
don't.
inherently incorrect.
Wow, that bat was made for the male gaze, and here's why.
I'm just gonna save us a little bit of time. I'm gonna head over to Maddie's corner.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Maddie's Corner. Okay, guys. So, my question for you today is oh my God, I had it. Okay, no. I just forgot how to word it. Yes. Oh, no. It's
Oh, sorry.
She got her there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't think I'm ready?
Sorry. I didn't know if the
I didn't see
Sonic
the-
talk
I
caught us
didn't
off
see.
task.
Didn't see
It
the
caught
camera.
all of task with the weird, attractive, in your opinion, bat thing. Anyway,
She's bad.
In our opinion.
In the world's
She's
opinion.
a bat baddie.
Oh my God. Okay, what is one thing that is bucket list worthy that y'all have done in your life?
Oh, that's a
I'm just
great
gonna
one.
tell you, Maddie. I thought your questions were gonna be a little bit more superficial, but like, these are deep questions that I'm like, I'm not prepared for.
It is 10:10 p.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I got it.
Thank you.
I think
On the spot.
Joe was like, I was ready for what's my favorite color.
Yeah, I like green.
I'm so sorry.
I was
You
ready
can
for
add your favorite color.
with your question about what
Bucket list
That we
thing.
did already.
Yeah, that y'all have done so far.
I'm boring.
And it doesn't have to necessarily be travel. It's just something like
I can go first.
okay, yes.
This year for our 1 year anniversary, Rob got me a Chihuahua. I love Chihuahuas since I was like a little girl. One, they're Mexican. Two, they're annoying, just like me. And so
can confirm.
I can say that. I'm annoying Mexican. Anyways, and so Rob was very against Chihuahuas because they're yappers, again, like me. And so, yeah, this year for our anniversary, he got me a Chihuahua. And honestly, like, I never thought that was going to happen. So that's a bucket list thing that I didn't do, but Rob did it for me. So.
You know what? I got mine. Ready? I got married. I did the damn thing. I got hey, boo you. I think marriage, yeah, is up there, but I think the proposal is probably the one up there. I really enjoyed her proposal. I think it was a really good one. I'm glad that we were able to make it like very fun for everyone. We were able to go out to a beach. We rented a beach house. And then afterwards, we went to go eat with everyone, and we got to like celebrate with people. So I think that would probably be it. I think not to be too sappy or anything. Joe
tried
calls
an
me over.
oyster for the first time.
Hey,
really?
100 likes and I'll post our proposal video.
Oh, okay.
I'm making 99 accounts.
But yeah, I think that would be mine. That would be mine. Yeah.
I think I have to say both of those things are on, we're on my bucket list as well.
Rob's
My
proposal.
I was waiting. It was on the list. No, proposing to Maddie, but also getting 2 cats. That was definitely something that I had always wanted to do because my family was allergic to cats growing up. So seeing my 2 little babies when I come home, they're annoying as shit, and they don't love us all the time, but definitely worth it. And then I guess traveling to London was also on my bucket list, and I did that.
Getting 2 cats. I guess traveling to London.
Nothing beats the 2 cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides the proposal.
No, it's fine. No, it's okay. No, it's literally fine.
He's like, I can't think of anything else. Yeah.
Proposal down here.
2 cats.
2 cats.
London proposal.
Yeah, I know for a fact if you didn't bring up y'all's cute love story, this one would have said London.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
It's fine. Anyway, Alex.
All right. So this is going to be such a stupid one. I really like cowboy novels. I'm your old, 75-year-old grandpa, with a cowboy novel in his back pocket, reading whenever I can. And one of my favorite cowboy novels was written by an author named Louis L'Amour. He's like the fucking, I don't know. He's one of those authors that just wrote 50,000 books. And it's just like, okay, of course you like him, bitch. Anyway, but what I'll do is if there are different covers of books that I really like, I'll just buy them again. And this man's dead. He's dead. You know what I mean? He's gone. Him and Kobe hanging out. But anyway, so he's not around anymore is my point. And I went to a Half Price Books. I was like, oh, here's a different cover of my favorite book by him. I left. I'm in the car and I'm like, oh, the cover's a little beat up, but I opened it and it was signed by him.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my God. And I was looking at Christina and I was like, oh my God, look at it. And she was like, what is it? And I was like, look. And she was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, it's signed by him. And I was crying. I was so cool. Excited. So yeah, having a piece of literature that was written and signed by one of my favorite authors that's not here anymore. You know what I mean? I don't have anything signed by Stan Lee. But anyway, go ahead. That was mine. Sorry.
Oh, so not your child?
I'll be honest with you. That's always my go-to. And I just didn't want to jump on it because we had a real nice one. And I didn't want everyone to be like, my wife, my kid. Because he already did it. And then he did it half-heartedly.
Yeah, Alex, that's so played out.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to shake it up a little bit. My last 7 of them were like, my daughter, my wife. When I save the world from hunger. You know what I mean? There are other sides to me. I'm a human.
Multifaceted.
I'm also pretty boring life, so maybe going to Iceland. I'd say it's a pretty fun trip. I didn't get to see the Aurora Borealis. I think that would have been the real bucket list item.
Oh yeah,
but maybe next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Second time Zach has mentioned
the Aurora Borealis. Yeah, it's always on his mind.
He was really upset.
That I would rather. No, I just want to do that before I die. That's an actual bucket list item for me. Yeah.
Most people's people are like, oh, what do men always think about? It's like, it's the Roman Empire. And Zach's like, no, Aurora Borealis.
It's like that thing. He's probably thinking about other women right now.
Aurora Borealis.
Pretty lights.
Aurora Borealis.
All right, producer Maddie.
Oh yeah, handing it over. Okay, well, as much shit I was giving Ethan, I will say our proposal was not what I was thinking. I was thinking travel. But mainly because it is an obvious thing. Our proposal is beautiful and I love it.
Fuck me, hurt.
Yeah. But no, it really was. And then there are so many cool things. And when I was looking up this question, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. But okay, I'm going to be a nerd. and y'all can all tease me, but going to the Eras tour.
Oh,
I have loved Taylor Swift since I was 9 years old. And like I grew up with just me and my mom and my brother, so we could never afford to go to any of her concerts. And by the grace of all the gods in the fucking universe, I was able to go to the Eras tour twice. So I honestly, y'all could actually kill me now with your spears, and I'll be good to go.
Heard.
that's a great one. The biggest tour of all time that so many people didn't get to go to. They had to make a movie. You got to be there. You got to
Twice.
go. Oh my God. Look at
That was a whole story. Okay, real quick, I'll actually tell you. So one of my friends that I went to UIW with, shout out Marissa, love you so much. Her and her boyfriend at the time had got tickets to the Eras tour. I lost out, and we're not going to talk about that. Ethan did his best to help me. But Marissa and her boyfriend did eventually break up. So sorry, but they're fine. Zach, it's fine. Because they broke up, she invited me to go to the Eras tour and take his ticket. And it was in New Orleans. And this was around the time of my parents' their anniversary. So they took their, what they were going to do for their anniversary, they changed it to help me drive me to New Orleans so I could go to the Eras. Oh, I'm going to cry. I love my mom and my stepdad. So they changed their entire plans for their 10-year anniversary to take me to New Orleans to see Taylor Swift. And then my mom, the next day, she introduced me to Taylor Swift. So she, like the Mexican mother she is, somehow scouted last-minute cheap-ass tickets for the Sunday of that weekend. So I was able to see it with my mom the next day.
Awesome.
Sometimes God crashes a car and opens a window.
You're so right, but my friend is thriving right now, so she's fine. She's fine.
That's good. Sometimes God crashes a car, opens a window, and that car gets fixed by the insurance.
Yeah, exactly. She's happy, and I got to see Taylor Swift, so I feel like
And
we're
sometimes a car crashes and a deer also crashes into your car.
Sometimes a deer
And
jumps
sometimes
in front of your
Robert
car
drives into a
purposely.
flood.
Sometimes I drive right into floodwaters that says, "Hey, don't drive into me," and I'm like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't do that," and almost get submerged and taken away. What's happening?
Robert said, "Perception check." Ooh, nat one.
Luckily, if I did not see those lights, it would have been game over for me. I'd be like, "All right, guys, it's nice knowing you." The podcast ends. My arm is very sore from holding that camera, so we'll be right back. And we're back. What's up, guys? Hey, welcome back. I'm dying over here. Cool. We are back, and before we jump back into the actual story, let's go ahead and do a nice little recap. Who wants to do a recap? Alex does. I choose him. Go ahead. I choose you.
The only one that raised their hand. So last episode, we met those Jenkins at the dam, and Shithidion really carried the whole team and just wiped the floor with them. Sarathan was there, Gigi was there, Tommy was also there. Anyway, after my heroic acts there, we activated the dam. Water started going down. It's now easy for people to pass. The most important thing that happened is we got a pet Jinkin out of it. What's his name again?
Burgle the Jinkin.
Burgle the Jinkin, yes. After Sarathan and Tominari beat the ever-living shit out of him, we were able to tie a rope around him, and we're just kind of taking him around with us. We made it over to... oh, shit. Where the hell did we stop at?
The 9-ear shrine.
There we go. We went there.
Sorry, the 9-tailed shrine.
There you go.
I was like,
there.
9 years doesn't sound right.
9 years. That's crazy.
And
Don't you dare
Tominari
disrespect my
finally
lady.
did something right with the gods. And
True.
damn, true. And
That is true.
made the offering. And I'll be honest, right at the end, I forgot what happened because I was Googling how to have a pet in Pathfinder. So,
well, we saw the
what happened at the very end?
we saw potentially the BBEG, big bad evil guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought that meant.
We didn't see it.
Well,
the
we didn't.
audience did.
The audience,
Yeah.
you guys saw it.
It's very cinematic.
The one-eyed green man sitting in a chair,
He
smiling
didn't say
at the
man.
camera.
Monster.
I said creature.
Creature, very Thanos style, sitting and staring at the camera, and said, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
That's exactly what I said. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Sweet. And you know what? Because I'm feeling so gracious right now, right? And we had a really good session last time. I'm going to go ahead and award a hero point to someone. I'm going to go ahead and award and hero point to Ethan.
Thank you.
For having a very nice moment with. Oh my goodness, that's a real.
Sorry, I forgot how long it goes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, I
loud.
don't know if he deserves that much applause.
Very loud.
It
Very
really
long.
doesn't actually.
For having a really nice character moment with Daikitsu after getting the blessing. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it over. Good catch, nice.
Caught it.
So Ethan, let's go ahead around the table and let's do hero point totals. We're gonna start with Joe.
I have one.
You have 1. Ethan,
1.
Alex,
I have 3.
Zach,
I have 2.
Maddie. High five.
High five.
I also don't have one.
Rob, correct me real quick.
Yeah.
Since Alex did the recap, doesn't he get one?
So
I cannot.
Yeah, we
we
maxed
maxed
out
out.
at 3.
Oh, max out at 3. I forgot about that. Thank you.
I would love to continue to give more, but I think everyone would just be like banking them up, and then like I don't know, it's just
It would only be me. No one else.
no one else does the recap. You know what? It's fine.
I did it once.
I did it.
So we're back into.
all of my hero points are from the recaps.
Oh, you also got one for being on time once.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So cool. We are gonna go ahead and jump back into our story. So last we ended up, we were at the Nine-Tailed Shrine, and Tominari had just gotten the blessing on a copper coin from Daikitsu. So he came back and automatically sees the blessing on there. He picks up the coin, pockets it. What would y'all like to do right now?
What time is it?
Right now, I would say it's about. I think I said like actually, it goes 30 minutes over there. So I'd say about like 4-ish, 4 p.m. So there's still light out, but it would be about now that you're taking the 30-minute departure. You'd probably get to the Matsuki estate at around 7 o'clock, 7:30 ish, depending on how much time you all decide to take to go over there.
Yeah, I'd say we try to get to the Matsuki estate.
I agree.
At least before nighttime when the ghosties come out.
I agree.
I would like to ask for food for our pet.
Cool. Yeah. So you go. Bombing she's still there. She's kind of there. She goes, oh yes, that's right, food. 1 second. She kind of leaves to go down into the basement where she keeps a lot of stuff, and Tominari actually has been staying for a while. Comes back up with a couple of different bags of rations, some water. Did y'all need any other supplies? Let's see if she could have there.
Alcohol.
She gives you some more wine.
Can I pull Bomingo off to the side and ask her about what she was talking about when we first entered the shrine?
Yes, remind me what she said.
She said,
She was like resigned to her
yeah,
death.
she was resigned to her death.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like she
she
thought
said
something was coming to kill her.
It's time. And can I pull her off to the side and just
Yeah.
be like, my lady, when we first entered, you sounded like you were accepting a fate, but is something wrong?
She kind of like lowers her head and she brings it back up, kind of summoning some strength to talk a little bit more. She goes, many people in this town know of me. I am not really from here. I mean, I was raised here the majority of my life, but I was dropped off and surrounded by a couple of different foxes when I was brought here, so I decided to dedicate my life here, but I've always had this feeling that my life would have a short end, and with the appearance of these beings, I was afraid that end was coming quite soon. So when I heard the door open, I felt that it was time. So I saw no need to fight. I was ready to accept whatever karmic punishment was coming my way.
But you're a priestess of the Lady Daiketsu. Why would you feel that karmic punishment would be coming your way?
It's just the feeling.
Well, you could come along with us, be safe, or you could stay here. But I don't want to see anything happen to you just because you feel your life could be short.
With the offer of taking her away from here, she kind of has like a little smile to her face, and she's like, "I thank you for the offer for protection, but the shrine should not go unguarded. So I shall take my leave if it pleases you, and I should stay here to make sure that no one harms the shrine, harms anything in here at Nine Tails. But thank you for your offer.
I understand. Thank you.
Cool. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before we head up?
I would like to offer. What's his name again?
Burgle.
Burgle. Hey, Burgle, buddy, would you like some food? You look hungry. You look kind of beat up.
He looks at you and he's just like,
Yes, please. I would. Yes.
So Shithidion starts to hand him the food and then quickly pulls it away. Are we going to see any opposition from any more Jenkin on our way to where we're going?
so like he was reaching out for the food as you're getting it, and as soon as you pull it away, he's like, oh no. You see like the hope kind of leave his eyes, and he's like,
so mean.
and he's just like,
I don't. The only checkpoint I know is the Dawnstep Bridge, so I don't think so. I'm not very high up there. I'm a lackey, so all I know is Dawnstep. That's all.
Can I do a perception check, see if he's fucking lying to me?
yeah, go ahead.
Fuck. That is 8.
8. Yeah, he seems to tell the truth.
Okay.
I didn't ask him before, but where did you come from? You're supposed to be a legend. Where did you just show up downtown?
You saying like you're supposed to be a legend, he was like, a legend? We're legends?
You're not supposed to exist.
We've always been here.
Where?
We reside far, far away, but we're no more legends than you are.
So today, or yet what? The ritual was the day that you all decided to come back?
So,
And he's like, you asking this information, it looks like he's not fully willing to tell his story, but he looks at you and he goes,
we were summoned. We were told to come take the land. The 3 heads, the Gurgle Gut, which you know, the Great Butcher, and Moduigi. We've just got orders from them, and so we came here. We wreaked havoc as they requested, but I don't really know much else about that.
All right, baby, here you go.
yeah, he just wolves that down.
And I'm patting him on the head.
I was gonna say,
Pat him on the head while he's eating.
And just while all this is going on, I'm in the corner. I have a little couple scratches that I need to recover from.
Okay.
So I cast lay on hands on myself.
Okay, cool. You get your 6 head with that.
Just take 10 minutes while Ethan is talking to his friend in the corner.
Okay.
Just refocus.
Okay.
Regather myself.
Sweet. So you get your focus points back. Cool. Anything else you guys wanted to do?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. I've been talking a lot.
Can anyone heal this dude?
Yeah. I mean, anyone that has a...
I'll do a medicine check on the.
Cool.
I will not.
Oh, God damn. You have so much beef with this random Jinkin.
As he says that, I kind of like move him to the side and I'm like, come here, don't talk to me or my son.
It just reminds me of a time
15.
failure.
15? That's going to be 2d8.
Yeah. Well, I guess while this is going on, I want to light another, like, just little sacrifice. Like you said, they're little like fox, made out of
14.
straw.
Cool. He gets 14 health points back. I'll add that.
And just ask the Lady Daiketsu to protect my family. I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're safe, but keep them safe, please. Keep them close to you and light the fire.
You light the fire and you see the smoke come off of it, and then you see the smoke kind of like dissipate. Not like as like smoke usually goes. It looks like it just disappears. Possibly a response to your prayers.
As I'm healing this Jenkin, I'm like, hey, honey, I'm sorry for these two. You know, what happened at the bridge, them throwing you over. I'm sorry for the rope around your neck. You know, I meant it when I said we were not going to hurt you. This is a partnership, you know? So, whatever you need, let me know.
He like looks towards you as you're like bandaging him up. He goes,
Thank you. Thank you.
It's like freedom.
very Dobby-esque.
Thank you.
All right, young man, if you're done talking to your mom, and I grab him and I just put him back on my shoulder.
Cool. You put him back onto your shoulder. Would you like to head out?
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's
I'm
go.
ready.
Cool.
Hit the estate.
Yeah.
I am gonna have my guitar on my other hand.
Okay.
So I'm carrying my dagger and my guitar.
Cool. So you're back to dual wielding? Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and do that. As you open up the door, Bombing O, she goes, wait, one more thing. I'm not able to do more right now. But if the whole situation is finished, we retake what we have, I will be able to do other services for you. If you need scrolls or anything, you can come back. I don't have much for me right now, but here. And she like rushes a scroll over into your hand. She goes, this may help you in the future. I'm sorry, this is all I can give right now.
This is more than enough, my lady.
Y'all, you all take care. And you all exit, and she closes the door behind y'all. Back out on the outside of the nine-tailed shrine.
Can I open the scroll?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, definitely. So you open it up, and you see like it, like on a scroll, it has like magical writing and stuff like that. These are mostly used to like do
enchantments or something?
more to like it's a spell scroll.
Oh, okay.
And someone that can do like an Arcana check to figure out what it is, if you'd like. But you know that this is the scroll that has a spell attached to it.
Hold on, I have identify magic. Would that work or?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's a like Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, was the first one any better?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It said it was in a. All right, that's fine. That's an 8.
An 8. Yeah. It has magic on it. Ooh.
That's with my +5 Arcana, guys.
Jesus. All
you
right.
can't try again for one more day.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, he could re-roll for a hero token.
He could.
He doesn't have a hero.
I
does.
do.
No,
I
he
just
does.
got a hero token. You know what? I'm re-rolling.
All
Good.
right, there you go.
Good.
And
Good
there-
comms. Good comms.
Tonari.
I'm
No.
not. He just.
I don't
he
need
just
it.
wastes his-
Don't need
Yeah,
it.
it could be useful.
This could be super useful, guys. Here we
Natural
go.
1.
Okay, that's
Oh,
much
okay.
better.
Okay,
That's
that's
a
better.
20.
Yeah, you're able to decipher this. It is what's called a scroll of mystic armor. I'm going to go ahead and drop
Okay.
it into the party treasure.
Can I
wish it was a scroll of nothingness. That would have been amazing.
can I learn that spell? Or is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Could I attempt to learn it? Learn a spell is also an Arcana check, so it'd just be kind of the same thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have it in my Arcana abilities.
Okay.
Um,
Cool. Yeah. So you can definitely sit out here for an hour if you want, but it's up to you if you want to. But
Let's maybe do this at night.
yeah, yeah. I'll do it another time.
cool. All right, so you guys want to head forward. Tell me what is the way you all want to go through here? Did you want to take the main road to cut back through like the industrial district? Did you want to walk through the fields? Tell me how you all like to do this.
Last time we walked through the fields, we encountered a panther/cat.
Yeah. I think we should go through the streets.
The streets?
What?
Cool.
If
I would
we
just say
take the
direct.
streets, that would take us right next to the Dawn Bridge.
That's correct.
Which is where fucking Burgle is saying that there's
Yeah.
more Jenkins.
The big guy.
I feel like it's more important we talk to the other group of people in Southbank
That's true, but
rather than fight right now.
I agree.
You can also sneak around them.
And-
It's up to you, though. It's you all.
is it faster to go through the streets and potentially sneak around?
It is way faster to go through the streets because it's more like difficult terrain to go through the fields. Since it's like the only person that's really going to be good with that is going to be Shithidion. But because it can be survival checks
Would
to go
we-
through the.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't we potentially have insight on how this outpost is outfitted if Burgle has already knowledge about this
Yeah,
outpost?
you can definitely ask him.
And where is the barracks?
Where like the Matsuki estate or what?
No,
or
they're-
just the barracks overall.
barracks.
There's like
Yeah.
a garrison.
It's in downtown.
Yes, it's downtown
Willow Shore.
Oh, that's across the bridge again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'd say we take the roads, go along the roads.
Cool.
And then right before we hit the bridge, kind of like
Sneak past,
do a
avoid
little
notice.
U.
Yeah, can we ask Burgle how the setup is?
Yeah. So you ask Burgle, and Burgle goes ahead and tells y'all that it's not necessarily something that's like well fortified. It's something that was kind of like put together at like a last minute. He does let you know that there are quite a bit of Jenkins there, and then that there is his boss, Gurglegut, that is residing there, kind of holding there. But he does tell you that Gurglegut is a bit of a drunk. So there's a possibility that you might be able to sneak by. But like I said, he's usually very, very drunk.
Okay. I think we should chance it to sneak by.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. So yeah, you all leave the nine-tailed shrine, and as you make your way towards the Matsuki estate, you pass through a silent, deserted Southbank. The houses are empty and ransacked. There are just like marks everywhere along the floor. First, you pass a field of partially grown crops, then a strikingly gloomy industrial district, which you all know this area was once a booming center of commerce. But as Governor Heshanbo, the man that did the ceremony before the abductees were taken away, as he took control of Willow Shore, the shops slowly began to shut down, leaving now only like a couple of different businesses. There's like a paper mill, there is a distillery, a tannery. Really, those are the only three businesses that are here that you're starting to pass these businesses. And now everything is, even like knowing that those businesses are open, it's super eerie knowing after everything that happened at the reenactment festival. It's even deader than that usually because no one is here. You emerge from the industrial district, and in the distance you can see you can see like the Dawnstep Bridge, and you see a few figures that go through it. Does anyone want to go ahead and make a perception check?
Sure.
It's a 17 for me.
17 for you, dope.
That is a 18 for me.
Okay, nice.
14 for me.
14.
Yeah, 10 for me.
Cool. I will go ahead and show you all what you can currently see. So what you can see with everything. Did anyone roll lower than a 15?
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Rolled 10, 14. So you all see just like this. You see what looks like a lot of Jenkins that are there. And then kind of like on top of that throne-esque thing, you do see that very tall being. Let me go ahead and show you a picture of him right now. This is probably what you've heard as Gurgle Gut. Very, very tall guy. He's got like a leather armor looking kind of thing, kind of balding at the very top, but has very long hair on the sides with one giant eye in the middle and like sharpened teeth. He's holding a bottle and very like drunkenly. He does look very angry. Probably because he does not want to be here. Like it looks like he probably got like the short end of the stick, being kind of right here, and he has like his knife in his other hand, kind of just like absentmindedly playing with it.
He kind of looks like a Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch, but
Yeah.
if Pleakley was a zombie.
More evil Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Is he a Cyclops?
You can give me a recall knowledge check. See if yeah, go ahead and give me either a society or occultism.
Can I also make one?
We don't see anything extra with a higher.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. With the higher checks right now, you're able to hear the talking, and it looks like that the Jenkins are all talking to each other, but they're not talking to Gurgle Gut. And anyone that's like trying to talk to Gurgle Gut is like absentmindedly dismissing it. Probably not because he thinks I'm lower. He probably can't understand them. So it's just like they're all talking and like they're all kind of making like all the Jenkins are like making like little like fake death throws, like oh they died crying, blah, 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 like making fun of the people that they killed and stuff. And Gurgle Gut is kind of just there absentmindedly just being like, this is my guard post, this is where I have to be.
Can we tell if they're drunk?
The Jenkins?
Yeah.
Or the Jenkins look perfectly fine.
But Gurgle Gut.
Gurgle Gut looks pretty drunk.
Okay.
17 with occultism.
I rolled 21 with occultism.
Dope. Yeah, so this is a guy, definitely not human. This is a different kind of creature. Like I said, he is very, very drunk. But this is something that is called a buso. Abuso are tree-dwelling folk with a desire to consume the flesh of others. So they're like these survival-esque people out in the woods that just get their food from killing others. From what you can tell, yes. So
he's a cannibal?
Yes, but he's not human. Yeah, he's a completely different race than human.
So he eats humans, or he eats
anything that he can get sustenance, anything he can kill to eat. That's what abusos do. With those rolls, you didn't roll high enough to find really anything else. But I will say that you're able to find out that what he does have in his hand is a kukri. So it's like a very long knife. And then on the side, you see these also wielding a ranged weapon, a javelin. So you're able to see all that with the recall knowledge.
With 21, would I know if Bugos, right?
Busos.
Buso.
B-U-S-O.
Okay, so would I know that Busos speak a different language?
Yes. With the 21, you would know that they speak Fae and Goblin.
Okay. I don't think anybody speaks Fae and Goblin. Hey, guys, I think that's a Buso. Don't know a lot about them, but I know they don't speak English. And I also know that they eat whatever they can. So I would recommend staying away at all possible opportunities.
Did anyone on the original perception check, did anyone roll above an 18?
Me? Oh, I rolled an 18. Never mind.
You rolled 18 above?
Yeah.
Did anyone else roll? No?
No, I got a 17.
So you're able to hear those Jenkins kind of like, big talking themselves. They're like, oh yeah, we kill blah, blah, blah. You're able to see a little bit more that these Jenkins are actually way over their head. Like it's very much like machismo guys being like, oh yeah, whatever. But if you probably call them out on it, it doesn't look like they would be able to match up to the shit that they're talking.
Are you saying there's potential of us to scare them off?
But
No, I will say
Buso-
you can go ahead and attribute that to however you like.
No.
But I will. She didn't roll high enough to figure that out.
Okay.
We should just sneak past them. We should just go to the Matsuki
Same
estate.
with 3 Jenkins. We had trouble.
Yeah.
And now there's
12.
No.
I think there's like 8 of them.
Shithidion,
Yeah,
I want
there's 8.
you to also give me a perception check.
Okay. Another one?
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit. Sorry, that wasn't. That's 11.
11?
Yeah.
That's high enough. You feel shaking on your shoulder. And it look like he's just on your shoulder, right? You can't see his face?
Yeah, he's just like on my shoulder.
Yeah, you feel shaking on your shoulder. Like you feel
And then a wet
Burgle.
stream.
Not necessarily fear, but kind of like I might have an opportunity here. And like he's like just shaking on your shoulder, being like, I could probably yell.
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah, like it kind of like he's scared, but he's like, I could be free. That's what you would say you can probably feel from just that 11.
I have an idea, but not right now.
Can any of us, anybody else make that perception check?
I'm just gonna say it's him because he's on him. You're all looking over there, and since he's
Yeah.
only able to sense it because it's on his shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, let's just sneak past.
Yeah, I think we just gotta sneak.
Hey, Burgle,
sneak
buddy.
past.
Yes.
I just had the craziest thought, and I wanted to remind you about something that I just thought was wild. Remember when we met and we were fighting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Remember your leader? What did he do the first opportunity he had to kind of leave you behind?
He ran.
He did. What did we do when we had the opportunity to kick you off the other side of the dam? I mean, we did it, of course. Yes.
You kicked me off the side
Yes,
of the dam.
but
Yeah,
then
you
we
did that.
brought you back up, didn't we?
After kicking me off the side of the dam.
Yes, but
yeah,
we
you did.
brought you back up, didn't we?
I mean, it hurt a lot, but yes.
Yes,
you
we did.
it.
Okay, it's just something I thought about because, like, I can't imagine, working with people that are just so quick to leave you high and dry at the first sign of trouble. So it's just an interesting thought I had. Just kind of wanted to, just thinking out loud.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh God, fuck. That is I would like to re-roll.
Okay, you spend a hero point?
Yeah,
Okay. Was it a natural one?
No, it was a 2.
Got it right there.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me re-roll. Oh my God.
It's even worse.
Natural 1.
You want to spend another hero point?
I would love to spend another hero.
Maybe use the computer roll.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. All right, that looks like what the fuck is that?
An 8.
An 8.
8 total?
8 total. Oh no.
It does not look like you fully convinced him. It's tricky
Another hero
here.
point. No, I'm kidding.
It's tricky here.
All right. Well, no, I have a backup plan.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Because Shithidion can tell that he hasn't really convinced Burgle. In my backpack,
Okay.
I have a bedroll. I would like to wrap him up in the bedroll and shove him in my backpack.
Okay. How much are you wrapping him up? Like face and all?
Like face and all.
Okay.
Because I love the little guy so much, I don't want him to get hurt when we're sneaking around. And that's what I'm telling him
He's
as
gonna
I'm shoving him.
suffocate.
Okay, he either suffocates or he screams, and we get overrun by fucking Jenkins. Okay.
Yeah. So you go ahead and you like he's already tied up, so he's already like restrained.
And as I'm doing it, I'm like, hey man, just letting you know, I'm gonna be doing some crazy flips right now to sneak past these guys. So this is all for you. I'm just shoving you in here.
I don't know if I really.
I think it's important. Thank you very much for your understanding.
And you wrap up Burgle, and he is now in a bedroll.
In a bedroll within my backpack.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and you wrap him up, and he's in there. So cool. Now we're gonna go ahead and do those stealth checks.
Okay.
So we can do the same thing like y'all guys did last time. We can do the follow the leader thing. Where okay, cool. So whoever has the highest stealth can go ahead and do it. You have to meet DC of 15.
I think it's Joe, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be Gigi.
19.
19. Cool. You all get +2s. So go ahead and give me your first stealth checks.
All right.
So we get +2 to this roll.
You get +2 to the roll.
Oh, that's a 20. +6 is a wait. Yeah, no,
26?
20 plus 6, 26.
26, and you got a natural 20 with that, right?
Natural 20.
So it's a critical
Natural
success.
20.
And I got a 24.
You got a 24 with the 20, right? Critical success.
24.
24 for you, Seraphim.
I got a
Critical success.
12.
Plus 2.
Plus 2 is 14.
14,
Oh, sorry, I had a 26.
26.
He also got 26.
Majority of y'all guys succeeded, so you all get it past. You all get past a little bit more. Go ahead and give me one more.
No,
So she's gonna
okay,
budge
so
you.
do it on here again.
Oh, perfect.
16.
That's a good
16. Okay, that's pass. So everyone gets plus 2.
21.
21.
19.
19.
So glad I switched to digital dice.
I know, me too. Shit.
A 13 plus.
15.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
You all succeed, and you completely pass these monsters. The entire time, Burgle's like,
Does he sound like he's saying it like because he wants help, or do he sound like he's trying to yell for help?
he tries to like yell for help. Yeah.
To his friend, that bitch. Okay. Shithidion's going to pull off his backpack and punch it.
Oh.
And then since we're far enough away, Shithidion will let him back out and put him back on my shoulder.
Cool. So you pass Dawnstep Bridge. You go through the old, not old, but the abandoned milling houses that usually are very bustling. This is where like Cho Chung Ho, the newest person that did the reenactment festival that asked Shithidion to take his son's place. This is where he works. This is where he's in charge of. You pass through all that. You pass the Thrice Blessed Inn. This is an inn that used to be a brothel that they then converted to an inn. And then finally, you start to make your way across a bridge, and in the distance, you can see like what looks like 10-foot shadows, like through the mist. And as you get a little bit closer, these 10-foot shadows become more clear, and they look like ginormous stone walls that are surrounding a very large building that's right there. You're able to finally reach the Matsuki estate, the outside of it at least. Now, I'll ask y'all, before you all try to do anything else, did you want to go to the Shrine of Abdar first, or did you want to go ahead and go into the estate first?
The Shrine of Abadar is what, like 10, 15 minutes out?
Yeah, it's literally like right across the street.
But it's already like 7:30, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's pretty. It's like the sun is like setting, so the blood moon is about to come out. But it's up to you if you all want to do that or not.
Well, if we go to it, it's a 10-minute, you said, trek, right?
Yeah,
And
10,
then
15.
whatever happens there, if we meet someone there, run into anybody there, then we have to come back.
Yeah,
And find a way to get inside the estate.
Yeah, because we haven't
because
checked if we can get in the estate.
Yeah. I say we just stay at the estate.
Yeah, because we could always do it the following morning.
I don't want to risk it.
That's valid. That's valid. Yeah.
Meld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case we run into anything, because then we're stuck out in the dark. That and the bitch on my shoulder wants to keep yelling.
All right, cool. So you go ahead and you walk around the corner, and you see a gory mess on the floor. You see dozens of dead bodies of Jenkins kind of sprayed all over the floor, and their blue blood is like covering the grass, turning the grass blue. As you continue to walk past and get closer to the main gate, you see 5 human lifeless bodies that have like marks where it looks like they've been stabbed multiple times. But if you look a little bit closer, none of them have like they're not like on their stomachs like they were running away from anything. It looks like these bodies stood here and they took this complete like all this small army of Jenkins that they stood here. They were brave. They stood there and they took their end. As you get finally to the main gate, you see a large metal door, and it looks like there is a slit that looks like it's made to open and close to make contact with people. So what do you like to do?
Did you have something, Zach?
I was gonna say, can we loot their bodies?
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead. Whoever wants to loot a body, give me a perception check to see what kind of goodies you get.
Perception or thievery?
Perception.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not really stealing anything, and no one's really around to see you.
15.
15.
Can I go around stabbing the Jenkins, making sure they're dead?
Sure. Yeah. While everyone's like you're stabbing Jenkins, the entire time
dead.
Burgle is like.
And then I'm gonna dead eye Burgle while I'm doing it.
Heard. Cool.
We are trying to earn this fucker's trust.
I'm not.
Yeah, I love that. I'm not.
Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and I'll say who had the 19?
I had a 19.
You had the 19. You find 6 silver coins, and then you find like 4 copper coins, and then you had a what?
15.
You had a 15. You find a crossbow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my damn.
You find it's a crossbow. It looks worn, but it's like it's a crossbow that you will be able to use.
Oh my goodness.
So with this crossbow, it is important to know that you go from the bow being reload 0, which means you don't need an action to reload.
You need an action to reload
You
the
need an
crossbow.
now it's a reload 1, so you need to spend 1 action to reload it.
Even at the start of combat.
You can always be like, oh no, I reloaded. I loaded it before. I'm not going to do that for you.
That golden bolt thing
Yeah.
can be used with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it looks like you might need to spend a few hours making sure this bow is up to
Is
use.
working. Yeah,
But it is
okay.
like it's a bow that can do that. You can spend some downtime before you decide to go out or anything.
Okay.
Cool. What else would y'all like to do?
Sarathan, do you want to do the honors?
That's exactly what I was thinking. As we walk towards the estate, light a small fire behind me.
Okay, burning all the bodies.
Watch it spread.
Cool. So, a small thing. Cool. And then do you knock on the door? Do you try to open it? What are you trying to do?
I'd say knock on the door.
Cool.
I would expect trying to break in isn't too kind after.
Gentle knock, powerful knock. What are you trying to do?
I think like
What's the tone?
a relatively forceful knock.
Okay.
Maybe like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 knock. Heard. Cool.
Volume wise or like knocking pattern wise?
Yeah, are we talking about like a...
You shaving a haircut?
Are we talking about like...
I think the first one.
Okay.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and knock it, and you hear as the little peephole opens up. And you see like the eyes of a guard, and it's like, "Who are you?
I'm Sarathan, one of the town folks.
The blacksmith?
The blacksmith indeed.
Holy shit, you made it. Who's with you?"
Some acquaintances of mine and our pet.
Thank you.
And pet, and he like looks and he like leans down. And he goes, "Is that a fucking Jinkin?"
He's domesticated. I assure you he's roped and ready. That sounded fucked.
He's like, "If anything happens, it's your head."
He's Tominari's pet, of course.
And you hear, like, he looks a little more. He sees Gigi, he sees Tominari, and as he sees you, Tominari, he's like, "Okay." And he closes the door. You hear like what sounds like he's moving like locks, and he's like turning like a really heavy like door handle, and the door to the Matsuki estate opens. And as you walk through, from the description that I gave of the exchange house where Granny Who was, we're like, oh yeah, like there's like 27 people there that are kind of like running around, trying to figure out what to do. This place is even more than a madhouse than that. On the like in the very front, you do see what looks like a very large mansion-like house with like wood paneling on the outside, with a bunch of beautiful art, really nice tiered roof. But on the outside are tons of makeshift tents that are out there. You see people that are kind of going to and fro from the different ones, healing people. Just on the outside, it looks like there's like 75 people here. People that like were like in Southbank, that they retreated here almost immediately, and that there was a little scuffle outside, but most people were able to come through.
So like half of the town.
Yes, it's like it's by far in comparison to Granny Who, it looks like people actively tried to come here versus like at the exchange house. It looks like people were like, I have nowhere else to go. Like the clinic was either being overrun, so they couldn't make it there, or like something was blocking it. But it was like, I'm in this area, I'm at the fishery, I'm at wherever. I just needed to get somewhere, and that's kind of the vibe that you got more of the exchange house. So yeah, people are kind of walking around. It looks like people are trying to find a somewhat new normal here. There are like some kids kind of like playing around and like this really weird feeling of like people like on one side you see like a ton of desperation. On the other side you see people trying to make the best of it. Would you like to continue to walk around? Would you like to go inside? It's up to y'all.
I want to go off and check for my family. See if my family's here.
Cool. So you're gonna stay outside.
Yeah, I'll go and wherever I can try and find people and look for my family members.
Cool. So you stay outside. What would the rest of y'all like to do?
I'm gonna go inside and try to find.
You know inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll follow him.
Follow.
I am going in and kind of hoping people don't freak out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the sliding door opens up, and immediately there are two guards like on the other side, facing you, noticing you all, and you look forward into it, and at the far end, very much like the exchange house, there is a kind of dining room table there. But what you saw maybe like 3 people in Granny Who's war room, there is like 12 people at this one table, all sitting around this large table, kind of looking at a map on the long table, and at the very far head of the table you see an older man with white hair that you know as Old Matsuki, and he is there kind of like he has an arm across his chest and one arm with like it looks like a sake saucer is in his hand, like he's casually taking sips as he's listening to these people kind of bicker and argue across from each other. As you get a little bit closer, you hear people be like, "No, we must bring resources to the mills. We must take the mills back first. No, we must take back the dam. No, we must take back the bridge." And people are just going back and forth at each other and trying to kind of get their word in. And as you all continue to walk up, you see Old Matsuki turn his head towards you, and a slight smile comes across his face, and he brings the hand that's across his arm up a little bit, like raises his hand, and everyone sees that and silences immediately. And like I said, the smile is across his face and goes, "May I introduce the abductees." And everyone turns their head at the table and is like dumbfounded. And immediately they clock a burgle on your shoulder.
A Jenkin named Burgle.
Yeah, they see a Jinkin on your shoulder, and then Old Matsuki's like, "And it looks like they have a hostage, gentlemen. I think our luck has just turned around." And immediately he's like, come sit. And he like pushes some of the other like older people that are around the table. And he goes, make way. And these people stand up and they're like kind of confused, like what's going on? And they get up and like they just stand in like the back corner of the room. They go, sit. Hugh, pointing at one of the people that just stood up, and is like, bring refreshments, bring food. And immediately he's like, okay, and just walks away and comes back and goes, "And young Tomonari?"
He's out there somewhere.
He's here with us. He's
Good.
searching around the camp.
My ward, you mean? Yes, he's out looking around.
Good. Pray tell, what has happened? What?
Well, after you guys abandoned us at the festival.
He raises his hand and goes, "There was no abandonment. When you've seen the hell we've seen, you would have done the same. We had no resources to get you, but please continue."
As I was saying, after we had to find our way back and fight through countless enemies, we made our way to the North Bank, the city, made contact with Granny Who, and we were tasked with coming down here to make sure you guys were okay, to see what was going on here. And we've gathered some intel on the bridge, and we bring the news that the dam, the water is lowered on the dam.
Cool. He looks at you, and as you say more and more of the stuff you've done, he like looks kind of not necessarily cockily, but very confidently towards the other men at the table. They're like
smug.
very smug, very like, well, looks like a lot of our troubles have been dealt with. Please tell me of this information. What news have you?
Well, from what we could tell going across the Dawn Bridge, there is a Bosu, a very drunken Bosu there, with about eight very cocky-looking Jenkins, all very tightly packed together.
Have you tell us information? He goes, well, gentlemen, it looks like the old bat sent us some reinforcements. Thank you all very much. May we discuss your Jinkin?
I would first like to discuss our compensation.
Compensation?
Yes. For seemingly doing all of the work that you guys have been planning on doing.
Well, I must say, I sent you nowhere. However, we will find some way to compensate you, whether it be monetarily or with other weapons. We'll see. Please enjoy your food, enjoy your feast, and maybe we get back to the Jinkin.
Wait, before that, what happened here? What happened from your perspective?
Yes, I suppose that might be a good idea. In the early morning of the next day after the reenactment festival, these thick fogs came in, and what seemed to be like mist from the rivers kind of permeated Willow Shore, and from all angles of Willow Shore, Jenkins by the score and these centipedes and birds, they all just rushed in and completely took us by surprise. Now, luckily, I was here in my own estate, and I opened my doors for whoever may be here. For what happened on the north, I'm not too sure, as, like I said, I was here, but I was able to bring a close council of some of our other elders here, as you see, and he kind of ushers towards the other people that are at the table. You see some notorious people that you may know. You see Cho, the guy, the head miller. You see the owner of the tannery and the owner of the bookshop, all there at the table, all kind of discussing different things. And he goes, and we've been deciding what to do. We wanted to send a sort of party over to Northridge to make contact, as Granny Ooh has done, so we thank her for that. But we have not been able to muster enough strength after the first night, as you have very clearly seen outside of our fighting forces taking quite a hit. So we thank you very much for doing what you have.
Okay, you can ask about the Jenkin now.
Thank you. Now, this Jenkin, how did you come by it?
Well, as Sarathan was telling you, there was at least 100 of them at the dam, and not to toot my own horn, but I think I really took care of at least, I would say, 86 of them, and Sarathan at least 10, and they got whatever was left. And we were able to trap this Jenkin. He helped us by giving us some information. I also did that all on my own. And now he is our companion to serve and do our bidding.
If you will, would you let us question him?
How dare you talk to my son like that?
There was 3.
Okay.
100.
Pretty strong 3.
With the strength of 300.
I will say he helped out a little, but Sarathan and I did most of the work. I did most of the work, a man taking a woman's credit, whatever. Anyways.
Typical.
And then we made a deal with this Jenkin that we wouldn't him if he answered our questions. So I think he'd be more than happy to answer your questions, right, Burgle?
Why, don't look at me.
Burgle looks over and he goes,
Yes. As long as no harm comes to me.
and Old Matsuki looks over and he goes, Yes, you are free to leave Burgle here if you please. I would love to have a discussion with him. I promise no harm will come to him. We simply just need information.
Shithidion takes the end of his rope and ties it to a chair so Burgle can't escape. And he also says, if you have any issues getting any answers out of him, you can just ask Tommy to come in here. And I'm sure he'll tell you whatever you need.
Tommy?
My ward, Tominari, is what I meant.
Yes, young Tominari. Yes, I'll be sure to do that. Well, now that you've gotten here, perhaps you'd be able to do a bit more of a favor. You seem to be a very brave group, and I think it's about time we take the fight to these demons. What say you?
What do you have in mind?
Well, how about a full-out assault to take back downtown Willowshore?
Will there be alcohol?
Much. And he goes and he grabs a little sake bottle and slides it over to you.
How would you say we do that? Do you have a plan?
I could probably provide you, say, 2 archers. It's got to be something very small. Most of the people here are civilians, so it may not be best to send civilians unarmed. I can spare 2 archers. Who knows if another force comes over here to take over Matsuki? I need my breath of soldiers here in case to protect the civilians.
Question. To take back downtown, we have to get through the bridge first, right?
That's correct.
So, I have an even better plan.
Okay.
Let me discuss with my team first. Give me 1 second.
As you're at the table with everyone.
And then I just kind of get them and go to a corner. Okay. What if we get Burgle, the boss who loves alcohol, right? We get Burgle, we send him over with a bottle, just as a distraction. The bottle is full of poison.
That is an amazing plan. Now, do you think this poison is going to off them, or do you think this poison is going to weaken them? And also, do we have poison? Also, where would we get poison? Also, I'm not trying to put all the holes in the plan. I'm trying to make sure we have this worked out.
I'm sure we can find something here, or we also have a mushroom to drug the fuck out of that we got from the magic mushroom house.
That's true. We also
To
have
drug
to
the fuck out of these kids.
these kids.
To drug the fuck out of these Jenkins and the Bosu.
I think just the Bosu. I don't think the Jenkins.
Oh
are
yeah, the
drinking.
Jenkins don't drink. I know that we struggled with the 3, but now that we kind of know their fight patterns and like that they try to intimidate us, I don't know. We just have to be a little bit more aggressive.
I love where your head's at. What if we get as much alcohol as we can, like you said, and we do that, but what if we also use that alcohol to start a fire? Because they're on the bridge and they're literally on like boxes and shit.
Some Molotov cocktail.
Yes.
With your fire.
Yep. And just
With his Firefox or whatever.
throw some alcohol on them, make sure everyone's covered.
Okay.
We could do that.
We could present that plan, or we can keep it to ourselves.
I would keep it to ourselves. We also need to be careful of trusting Burgle with a key part of our plan,
That's true.
because he's not necessarily on our side.
So we go with their plan.
Or we don't tell Burgle.
Burgle's right there. Burgle's
No, but
at the
we're
table.
in the corner.
You walked away.
Well, yeah, but Burgle's at the table. So if we discuss this plan with the elders, Burgle's gonna hear.
Well, let's not discuss it with them. And we give Burgle some alcohol, accidentally lose him around the bridge, and what if he goes, offers it up to them to join back in their ranks, and who knows what happens? But I also want to keep my baby boy, so I don't know.
Well, we can keep Burgle safe. Like, you know, we cannot kill him after he gives him like the alcohol.
Okay. Can we also assume that Tominari walked back in and he's here now?
No.
No,
Or is he
he's still
gone?
searching.
He's
Yeah.
still gone? Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably for the best. What do you think, Serathim?
I think we need something that could do AoE damage. So if
Like fire?
yes. So if the people at this compound, have any form of grenade or bomb of some sort,
Or
Molotov,
alcohol?
Potentially. Not sure exactly how the rules work on that, but
I mean, the rules work however the GM will allow it.
like, I'd like to hear what they think.
Gotta
of
ask
this.
Old
Okay.
Matsuki.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are our thoughts. We go back, let them, and on our way to the bridge, we'll concoct our plan a little bit better.
Yes.
Oh, I also have soap. Let's make them slip.
Like cover burgle in soap. Bro, super slippery. Just slip and slide.
Okay, awesome.
What else I had in my inventory?
Let's go back. Okay.
Cool. You come back
Listen,
to the table.
Matsuki, we are here to be of your service.
Good. It's great to hear. So, will you take my force, or how would... I assumed as you walked away you have a plan of your own. Was that something you would like to share with me?
We would love to take your help.
I shove Burgle in my backpack.
Okay.
I don't want him to hear anything that he might not need to hear.
I'm starting to feel bad.
I know.
We get him noise canceling headphones.
Yeah. Sorry, now you can go ahead.
First statement. We would love to take your 2 archers. We could probably use their help very much.
Good.
Do you have any means? So when we came across the bridge, we saw they were all in a very tightly packed group together. Would you have any means to, say, do a lot of damage to a group of people? Some sort of
Like a
bomb or
Well,
a small explosive, maybe.
Gunpowder.
a fireball
whiskey,
spell?
unfortunately,
My
not.
mother-in-law.
However, we do have a large assortment of sake that I may be able to part with. And, well, alcohol's quite fire.
Fire.
Alcohol go
I'm
fire.
a little drunk. I've been drinking for quite some time. It's a very serious time right now. But yes, we do have a bit of flammable sake. If I can leave with a few bottles if you'd like.
That sounds fantastic.
We'll take them.
Amazing.
Also, do you know where we can get some poison that like we might use later?
The only poison I can recall someone may have would be Dr. Dummy. He does have an assortment of poisons over there. I'm not sure how he would... He does not enjoy making poisons. He does not like harming people as it goes against Qishong. But I do know that he would probably part with some for some money.
Do you know anything about Bosus?
No, unfortunately, I do not. I do know that the only thing I know is that they're quite ferocious and that they do eat whatever they can kill.
Okay, that's all my questions.
We also have heard you have a shrine.
I do. Yes, I do. Yes. Did you need to take a look at it?
We do. We came across this plan with
Juwon.
Granny Hu to light the eternal lantern, and we need 3 coins to do it. 3 blessed coins.
Interesting. And Granny, who came up with this? It was the cleric Juwon.
Oh.
Yeah. So you tell him that?
Zhuang.
Yeah.
He goes,
That was actually Joang.
oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Yes. Yes, come. And he takes you away from the retinue that he has at the table, opens up a door to an adjoining room, and right there at his table, he has a shrine to Tsukiyo, the Prince of the Moon. You see in front of it, it is like a crescent shape made of pure jade, and there's painted on details what looks like the phases of the moon. And if you would like to do a blessing there, it would be a religion check, genealogical lore, or occultism.
Geological ore?
Lore. No, sorry, genealogy lore.
Oh.
Or occultism.
Religion?
Occultism, or genealogical lore.
Yes.
Do you have any high rolls in those, Jim?
I do, but unfortunately, I'm not there.
I have a +4 to occultism. I kind of just want to do it.
It's higher than what I have.
You can definitely do it.
Yeah, I have a +4 in religion and a +3 in occultism. So if you want to roll,
Let's do it, baby.
Who has more hero points?
we both have 1.
Yeah. Okay, I'm doing it. All right.
You used 2 hero points this
Yeah,
session?
I did. You missed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
My
And then
bad.
still failed to roll.
Yep.
You know what? It was outstanding. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. All righty. That is an 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
You go up to the shrine, and as you place the coin there, what do you do? Like, what do you say? How are you trying to get this blessing?
Oh, great one. That one, you know how much I always pray and worship to thee. And I give the fruit of the body, flesh, something to you, so that way you may bless us upon our journey of religious poppycock and otherwise occultish things.
As
Amen.
As you say
And
this,
a woman.
you look at the shrine, the little crescent moon, the jade crescent moon, and as you look at it, the moon glows brighter and brighter and brighter, and it's just a bright green that consumes your vision, and you are taken somewhere else. And as you look up to the sky is just a bright green, and you see what looks like a crescent shape. It's a crescent shape, and it's like a pure yellow. And you see this shape of the crescent turn as it continues, like as the moon goes. Like, say it's like you're watching it like a time lapse. You see it, and it kind of goes over and over and over. So you're seeing the moon grow and shrink and 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 grow and shrink. And so finally, you see a black moon with a shade of yellow around, very eclipse-like. And that yellow shines around and boom, blinds you. And you come back, and the coin is gone.
I would like to point out, I hated every second of that. Did not like it. Don't know why you idiots want to do it.
Is he also stupefied?
He is not stupefied. It was not a critical failure.
Okay.
And at least I'm not stupefied. Okay.
We still have the other shrine outside of.
Yes, so Abadar.
One more shrine.
You come, like, you are blinded, and you fly back a little bit into like the arms of Old Matsuki, and he has as your vision comes back, he has kind of like a sly smirk to his face, and he goes, I had a feeling that might happen. Here. And he hands you a saucer of sake. Drink. You'll come to. Best not to touch the shrine for a day. There are others out there. We have one right outside, and there's some others across the city that you may be able to find as well. So, will there be anything else? Did you want to take off in the morning?
Yeah, if you have a bed for us to stay in, I don't think we should go out there at night.
We will leave in the morning.
Perhaps.
Shithinion, tired from that ordeal on the floor, simply says, I do not wish to move. I will be here until morning. Thank you.
Can you cuddle your Jenkins?
He's tied to the table right now.
No? Didn't you shove him in your backpack?
Yeah, but I
take him out
shoved
of
him
the
into the backpack and he's tied to the table.
Cool. So yeah, you just collapse onto the floor in front of there, and Old Matsuki's like, yes, I'll show you to your room. And he walks you out, and you go upstairs into a room, and then we'll fade from there into outside, and we see Tomonari walking amongst the makeshift tents outside. And Tomonari, as you're out there walking around, you see the sky turn from black slowly into red as the blood moon comes out. As you continue to walk around, everything is tinted red around you. Until finally you hear Tomonari,
I'll turn towards the voice.
and you see a man that looks very similar to you. Another Kitsune, and it is your father. He stands there, and he has a very interesting face. It's the face that you know, that a face you have not been speaking to quite lately. So it's like a weird apprehension he has excitement, but he's also a little bit worried seeing you there. And what would you like to do?
Father, and I'll rush up to him, and I'll hug him. I'll hug him, and I'll just be like, oh, I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so glad I found you.
You run up and you embrace him, and you don't feel the hug back. And then slowly but surely, you feel like a pat on the back, just like not necessarily out of love, more of like reassurance. Like, yes, I'm here. He goes, we have much to talk about. Come, and he leads you to a makeshift tent at the very back of the Matsuki estate, and you see, the makeshift tent there. And as you open it up, you see a familiar sight. You see your mother on her knees with her back to you, and you hear, what would you like to do?
Mom.
As you say that, she brings her head up, and you are taken back to that nightmare of you at your old home with your mother facing away from you, crying, and then you're brought back. And as she turns around, you see her face, but with tears streaming down her face. And she looks at you and goes, Tominari?
It's me, Mom. I know it's been a little while, but I'm here.
She gets up from her knees and she puts her hand on your chest. She goes, welcome home. And she moves her hand from your chest to her shoulder, and she goes, your brother, he's missing. We fade to black. And that is where we're going to end today, and we'll see you next week.
I hate you, Robert.